Good morning. This is the first opportunity I've had to record. I've been cleaning all morning, but I've done a few bits and pieces, so I thought I'd run you through a few things I've done, and then I'm going to have a go at doing some spinning. I've just eaten my lunch. So this is the yarn that I was spinning. It needs to be washed again, dried, and then twisted. So that is with a navy and a deep orange dye. So I'm not doing any kind of weighing or measuring of the dyes. I'm just going with my intuition and just having a play at this stage of the game. And then I dyed up this. So that's salmon, sky blue and teal. And that's my next spinning project. And and then I'll be able to lay everything out and just see whether there's any gaps for my shawl if I ever start it. I'm sadly very behind I'm about halfway through clue 1 of the M cow because I just haven't had time. I've been busy. So there. So I've potted up those little pots I bought the other day, and I've just got this succulent out of the garden. I thought that looked quite nice on that windowsill. Poor neighbours having me look at them through the window. And then if we come in here, I've potted up these two. So yeah, I have also hung this picture. So that picture was my mum's, and it was in her bathroom. It's just been hanging out here. It's probably not the most ideal spot for it, but it was where I could get where there was something behind it so that the hooks don't fall out of the wall. And it just matches the colour of our bathroom perfectly. So I'm really happy. These are the sort of things that I like to get achieved during holidays. I feel like there's a sense of accomplishment. I've also had a good clean up in here because it was really messy. I mean, it still probably looks a bit untidy, but you just couldn't even walk through there. So yeah, accomplishments. One more thing I thought I'd show you before I do my spinning. So my friend that visited me yesterday, she brought me over a massive box of books that were her girls, and that is for my donations for my library. But this book was for me and Evan, and we just had such a laugh. Everybody poops, but first everybody farts. And honestly, I mean, I've never grown out of fart jokes. So like French ones, and then it just has all the different countries. But the funniest one was this one. So that's the British one. And that's number 7. Hang on, I'll do it again. Oh, it's called the bum tickler. Oh, you can see where my head's at. Okay. It'll never get old. Hello, hello. Today, hope everyone's well. Today has been quite cold. So I lit the fire. See, I just need to yawn because I'm being videoed. I lit the fire about 2 hours ago. Then I got a bit hot. Then I cooled back down again. Had a really busy morning. Just running around doing last minute jobs and stuff. We've got the weekend coming up obviously, but I feel like it's sort of my last day of my holidays. So I just wanted to get those bits and pieces done that I'd sort of set up as goals So I've actually really done quite a lot these holidays. I'm really proud of myself. Yeah, that's a bit of a ramble about that. So, and then I've just spent quite a bit of time going through paperwork for the business and sorting all that out. Initially, I was only doing one small little job as far as admin was going, but Evans asked me to do the whole lot, so which I'm happy to do. But that means I've had to go through things and figure out what he was doing with this and that and sort of sort it out so it makes more sense for me. I'm frantically knitting at the moment. I'm still working on section 1, clue 1 of the MCAL. I'm pretty sure if you're doing it, you're probably further than me and you already know what it looks like. So I'm halfway through the 4th repeat, so that means I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more repeats and then another half, or just about another whole repeat. Another 8 repeats really, I think. Yeah. Got a roast chook on, so we're going to have that for tea. And yeah, I've just been watching a few vlogs on YouTube, and I'm just going to have a look at Acorn TV. Yeah, might as well just do a bit of knitting, spend a bit of time knitting. I've not really devoted much time to knitting. Even when I've sat down to knit, I've been tired and ended up having a nap. I know, I'm all over the place. I need something to hold this up. So, yeah. So it'll be interesting for you next week, because after this weekend I will be back at work, and I don't really know if there'll be much to show, but we'll see how we go. I edited the last 2 days' vlog this morning. Started uploading that at midday. It's now 5:30 in the afternoon and I'm at 98%. It's how slow it's been. I think because we've got our internet goes to a receiver, it's not fibre. I think on cloudy days and yucky days it is a bit slower than normal. So yeah. Oh, caught myself. I'll do a little picture of our dinner and then I'll probably see you tomorrow. Good morning. I thought I'd take you on a little tour of one of my other interests, which is crystals, and just show you a few that I have collected over the years. So this is sodalite. So sodalite helps you to raise it's harmony, trust and potential. Those are your keywords. It's absolutely beautiful. Now this one here is rhodochrosite. So that's healing, love and recovery. I bought that for myself after I lost Mum. You hold it and you find it just warms up in your hands, colours are just gorgeous. So that one just goes back in there. And then I'm not actually sure how to say this because some people call it pinolith and some people call it plinolith. Almost looks like fossils. So that's release, flow, strength. It's about grounding. It is gorgeous. That one there. It's a rainbow fluorite. I think that's lemon lemurian, I think. This is blue topaz. Just looks like glass. It's amazing. Blue topaz. Just trying to think what else. This is Super 7. Now Super 7 has got, let me have a look. Let me have a look at my thing about Super 7. So it's healing, balancing and energizing. So it matches all your chakras. Oh, this one's a laugh. Where are you? Blue apatite. I bought this because I looked up crystals to help with weight loss. There you go. It's a bit hard. I'm probably focusing too close. It's the most gorgeous blue. That's black tourmaline. Hard to see. I think that's ruby ziazite or shungite. Come on, focus. Focus. There you go. I think most of you know tiger's eye. Clear quartz. Now I've got amethyst. I've got that is lapis lazuli. I've actually got another point. This is ocean jasper. Aventurine. That's my selenite. Sorry, I've got a bloody froggy throat. This is called atlanticite. I suspect that keeps wanting to focus on my finger. Oh, this is pink. It's a type of calcite. Just trying to find. I think it's like pink mango, or I keep thinking mango, but it's not. And then this is amethyst. Oops, it's pink opal. Evan bought that for me for my birthday last year. That sits beside my bed. What else have I got? I've got all these ones here, as well as some beach vines. Little crystal tree. Honestly, they're everywhere. I've got smoky quartz. So smoky quartz there. This is Himalayan quartz. You can see that. This needs a dust. This is clear quartz. That's my mum. This is chrysoprase, or chrysoprase. Always get that mixed up. It's got a bit of dust on it. This is pyrite. It lives on my desk. And this is labradorite. There you go. Oh, look at that. You see the shimmers in there? It's beautiful. Lovely big piece. I could spend ages just staring into those. Look. This is such a cool picture. So that's my mum on the end, my Auntie Helen, my Auntie Jenny. It's my macrame that I made, but I didn't really know what I was doing. Here we've got lapis lazuli, so it's my hand for reference. And this is another ocean jasper. This is another Himalayan quartz. That is pink calcite. And that's another calcite. See the letters in there. What else have we got? Another jasper. Just so pretty. I think that's, I'm actually not sure what that is. That came in a mystery box. It might be agate. It's another type of, it's a raw calcite. And then we've got fluorite. What else have we got? Slab of quartz. It's another ruby ziazite. Yeah, so that's those ones. I think I've got a few more floating around. There you go, there's a few more. I've got plant in the way. This random stuff that just ends up in a drawer. And then I'll just take you over here. Got that one. And then I've just got a few rocks because I like rocks. Good morning, it's Saturday. And I realised that I probably should do another brief introduction to myself because I've had quite a few new subscribers since I started Vlogtober. So my name is Carla and I'm coming to you from the east coast of the North Island of New Zealand, and I live rurally just outside of Gisborne or Turanganuiakiwa. I'm 46 years old. I have 3 children. My oldest is 25 and my youngest, who's my stepdaughter, has twin girls and they will be 3 in November. I live here with my partner, Evan, and my daughter, my oldest daughter, boards with us and she's a school teacher. So she lives in the sleep out outside. It's like a converted garage if you're not from New Zealand. That's what we call it, a sleep out. What else was I going to say? For work, I am a qualified librarian and I'm currently working in a high school and I love my job. So yeah, so that's what I do for my job. My channel is mainly, this is the first time I've done Vlogtober. Sorry, I blow dried my hair and my eyes are really itchy. It's the first time I've done Vlogtober. I have been uploading knitting podcast videos for, well, Thursday was the 13th, was 1 year since I started doing that, where I talk about knitting, sewing and any other crafty enterprises that I might be engaging in. My goal for doing the podcast was a combination of things. I wanted to be able to record my makes, but I was also really hoping that I would connect with other knitters, and I've managed to do that. It's not a big channel. You know, I think I sat on like 20 subscribers for like 6 months. And you know, I guess sometimes it's a little bit disheartening when you find a new podcaster and then you're watching them grow, and then within 3 podcasts they've got 1,000 subscribers, and I'm thinking, oh, this is like being back at school and being the last person picked for the sports team. But you know, who cares, because it's not what it's about for me. It's just, you know, you can't help having that little bit of a thought, oh, maybe people think I'm a dick. But I'm real, so there you go. So yeah, so those are that's where I am, that's what I do. And yeah, the past year's also been part of, you know, in reflection, it's been part of my journey in grief. So August 2020 I lost my mum, and she was 62 at the time that she passed away. My mother and I are very close. We're a very close family, and her diagnosis with cancer and the subsequent months were a complete shock. And it wasn't until after she'd gone and I was the executor of her estate that I was actually able to, and I sold her house and got everything sorted, that I crashed. And then it wasn't long after that I finally got a diagnosis for fibromyalgia, which I'd been struggling with on and off for years, but had got obviously really, really bad after losing mum. So this journey has probably shown, you can sort of see as I've worked through my grief, but also acknowledging my mental health. So, you know, prior to mum getting sick, I had been on antidepressants for about 15 years. And the primary reason for that was anxiety. And then, of course, the depression that follows the anxiety. And I had all these symptoms of joint pain and fatigue and things, and I knew that some of the fatigue had come from having Epstein-Barr virus, glandular fever twice. But the joint pains, you know, I was getting tested for rheumatoid arthritis. Oh, that's better. So for rheumatoid arthritis, I came back testing positive for a few rheumatoid factors, but not enough for a positive rheumatoid arthritis diagnosis. My mum pushed me to get that testing done because I've got 2 aunties and an uncle of her siblings that all have rheumatoid arthritis. Yeah, so that was my journey, and then I realised through that time that I'd sort of started investigating Ayurvedic medicine and a whole lot of, I mean, I've done it, you name it, I've tried it. and I've been to naturopaths, I've been to just the GPs, all sorts. And one of the things I thought, Evan had had his heart attack in early, so my partner had a heart attack quite young. He was 35, turning 36 when he had his heart attack, early 2020. And it could have killed him. It was really serious. He was, his main artery was 95% blocked. But he had a little bit of trouble when he came out. He was trying to figure out, they were still trying to tweak his dosages of medications, and some of them were making side effects, were making him unwell. And that led me into thinking that maybe I should look at the medication I'm on. So the last antidepressant I'd been on was, sorry, my nose is so itchy, I'd been on that for 4 years, and that's when my symptoms had got quite bad. And I looked into it, and some of the lesser reported, or the rarer side effects were all the things I had been dealing with. So I made that decision to wean myself off those. I did consult a doctor, and we talked about the best path for doing that. And ironically, I took my last final tiny little dose the morning Mum passed away. And then I just carried on with my life. And then, the grief hit me the January. So Mum passed in August. So the following January was when everything was wrapped up, and I just crashed. And then I think it was the May or June after that, finally I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia, which makes sense. I mean, it's all just everything, But I've pretty much been in a constant flare. So it flares up and down. Since January 2021. So where was I going with that? So yes, that's part of my journey, and I realised, well, I've been realising it for a while, and I was too scared that I needed to go back and get some more help. I don't take any medication for my fibromyalgia. That all they can offer you is pain relief anyway. So I went to a doctor I trusted, and we had a good talk, and I said to her, I think I should probably go back on some antidepressants again. And that was 2 months ago, and it's made such a big difference, made a huge difference. So yeah, so that's my little bit of so the last few years have been really hard. I know lots of people have hard stuff happening in their life. My mum was my soulmate. I love my mum. So yeah, so it's been a really, really hard time for our family. And we were very close. I was the oldest, and I am the oldest in our family of the kids. And Mum was only 18 when she had me. And she was a bloody good mum too for a young mum. She was an awesome mum. Looked after us so well, and she was just my best friend. So, yes. So that's a bit about me. Hi. And so then I thought, with Vlogtober, because the first 2 weeks of October were our school holidays, and that's when I try to get all the extra stuff done around home, and things over the last few years have just built up because I just haven't had the energy, and I've been unwell. And I thought, well, maybe doing Vlogtober might keep me accountable to someone other than myself. So if I say I'm going to go out and do the garden, I'm going to go out and do the garden, and I'll record it. And I can actually say at the end of the holidays, I have done everything on my list. There's one area outside that I would have liked to have tackled, but the weather just hasn't been suitable for it. But I'm okay with that. I can do that next weekend if the weather's fine. So yeah, so welcome. Thank you for joining me. Thank you to those of you who've been around for a long time. And yeah, if you've got any questions about New Zealand life, fire them my way. I'm happy to answer. And yeah, should we get on with our day? Oh, now I was going to show you guys, look at this. So yesterday, Jess, my daughter, came back from Tauranga because she's been there all week. And I don't know, let me see. Can you see that? You see my double chin. So that's moss agate. So that was a nice little present. Oh, don't drop. So she bought me some moss agate. And yeah, so she's in town at the moment. She's gone to the gym. And when she gets back, she can have a shower and then we'll jump in the car and we will go back into town together and we will have some sushi. And this time, because every time I've gone into town and I thought, oh, it'd be quite nice just to show a bit of scenery as I'm driving, but I don't want to risk driving and operating my phone as a camera. I'll get her to be my camera person so she can do some footage. It's cold today. It is cold. It's a funny time of the year. You know, you get that hot, cold, and one day you're wearing a singlet, next thing you're wearing a hot jersey. I'm being nosy. Oh no, that's not her car. So yes, that's that. Right. I will carry on and I might have something more to show you a bit later. So we've just come in to the museum. So Jess has something to pick up from in there. This little house that we just passed, and now the tree's in the way, that's called Leisner House. Oh no, it's called Wiley Cottage. And it was one of the first settlers' cottages here. In fact, has she taken her? We could just have a quick little walk through. Hope no one gets into our car. So this house used to have all furniture in it, like how they would have lived, but they've changed it. It's a bit boring now, but yeah, this is an old house. Right, back downstairs. Very steep. My short just got tangled on the rail. You wouldn't want to be coming down here in a hurry. For how long? So this is the old Masonic Hotel. It was a beautiful hotel in its time, and it even had Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip stayed there when they did their world tour after coronation. However, over the years, well, at the moment it's subject to some kind of drama with some fraud or something, and money laundering and things like that, some international owners. So there you go. Did you know the Queen stayed in the Masonic when she came to Gisborne? And it looks like that now. That car just crashed into that. I think it crashed into that sign. That car crashed into that sign at ANZ. What have you got in yours? Chicken. Chicken. Jess doesn't like fish. Oh, it's a bit useless trying to do this one-handed. Yum, yum, yum. Crazy. Oh, that smells nice. Oh, look at these books. Look at the covers. It's a really good book. Is it? Yeah. I bought that for Stephen King fairy tale. What's this one about? Hello, we're back. Hopefully I didn't make you too car sick with that footage. Jess offered to drive, so I was able to do some recording. So I've just lit the fire because it's cold. Put the jug on. I'm going to make a nice cup of tea. And then, you know what? I'm going to do guilt-free knitting and find something interesting to watch on telly. I'm not sure what. But, yeah, I'll do that. Ooh, it's cold. Cold. This is damp. Oh, and I bought this because I'm a massive Stephen King fan. I could have just waited till I went back to work and ordered it for work, but this one kind of looks like it talks about portal into another world, so he could be talking about the same world that he created with the Dark Tower series. So I love that series. It's my favourite. So exciting. But I'm going to be knitting on my MCal, so I can't really read and knit at the same time because you need to watch what you're doing. So that will be before bed tonight. Actually, I might be able to do a little bit tonight. We'll see. I'm going to go pick up Jess tonight. She's that's why she offered to drive, because she's having a few drinks in town. So I'm going to take her and pick her up. Fun times being mummy. And here is dinner. Took a little while. I asked for that to be ready at 7:15 and it wasn't ready. But they're new owners, so I guess they're just figuring things out. But the taste... Oh God, that looks pathetic. I wonder what Evans looks like. I'm going to have a look. Let's have a little look. Does his look alright? Oh yeah, it's not too bad. Yes. Wisconsin burgers are not as big as they used to be. So it used to be that if you got the small one, it was the same size as that one. And the big ones were like that. So yeah. Anyway, I've got a petite beef and blue cheese, and Evan's got a full Monty. Curly fries, sweet potato, garlic mayo, and blue cheese mayo, I think. Yeah. So yeah, blue cheese dip. So that is our dinner. I wish you all well. I probably won't report back again because I'm going to edit this video tonight. I've got to stay up. I've got to pick Jess up tonight. And Evan's going out for a little while after tea, so I'll be by myself. See you tomorrow.